Well, there goes my vacation and my plans for the next few videos. So welcome back folks, but Wargaming North America has decided to release the STG, the Stridini Tank Gurmyakina or Gurmyakin's medium tank, into the premium shop. So originally I thought it was going to be the premium tier 8 Chinese tank destroyer, the WZ-120 1GFT, like it is on the EU server right here, or the Russian server right here. So rather than the logical choice of having a premium tank to train the newly released Chinese tank destroyers, let's get another Russian medium because we don't have enough of those already. So that's a big surprise, but I never did a leak episode for this vehicle, so I planned on doing a bulk of all the leak episodes, rapid fire leak episodes, this weekend, but Wargaming beat me to it, so surprise surprise. But let's do a quick reference video for the stats of this vehicle. But I also want to talk about the slew of premium tanks and their value to the game and your value out of them. So stats wise, I already covered the stats like a long time ago. Let's not waste that much time. It will take about a minute or two, but this vehicle is very flat. It's like a pancake or a frying pan, but it is based off of the Object 416 and the K91 medium tank prototypes. So all the crew members are in the turret, engine at the front, 122mm gun, and it's a Russian tank, so usually it's very cramped, and if you do get hit, it has a high chance of module damage, like engine fires or injured crew members. So that's the price you pay for a pretty good concealment and a flat vehicle. So this thing is pretty sneaky, but it's like the 416, so it has a little bit more armor at the cost of speed and DPM. So it's not that bad looking of a tank. You could do reverse side scrape, but remember this is a medium, not a heavy. Does not have the side armor of the Chrysler K or the VK4502 P-OS-B. So don't depend on your side scraping, but it's a pretty stealthy looking, futuristic of a tank for the World War II era, but it's not that bad looking. So the propaganda slogan has been translated into "Glory to the Soviet tankers" or "Soviet tankers glory" stuff. So similar how they translated stuff. But here is the collision model. So as you can see, frontal armor is 100mm, sloped, but you will be pinned. Yeah, you will be pinned by almost all the guns, other than tier 6 medium. Yeah. So it's, yeah, whatever. Cheeks is actually pretty bouncy. So if you don't slope the frontal hull, you can bounce some of the shots with the cheeks. And the roof is only 30. You'll be overmatched with calibers of 90mm or higher. Lower plate is 75. It is well sloped to give a better armor efficiency than the upper plate, but don't rely on it. Turret front has been buffed from 120 to 210, but it's only at the bottom of the turret, so it's not well sloped, but it could bounce a few shots. So the turret is only good for medium tank guns of the same tier, but if you're faced with 128s, German 128s or Russian 122s or American 120s, you will likely get pinned with a direct shot. So don't depend on your armor, and you do have a commander cupola tower thing, so it's only 130. You will be pinned. Roof armor is 45. That's pretty decent, but there are parts of 70 at the front, so even better. So yeah, roof is alright, but you still have large weak spots, like the cupola mostly. And the roof of the engine deck is only 20mm, so it will be overmatched. And artillery shells hitting this area equals engine fire mostly. Side armor is only 45, don't depend on it, it's not that great. Rear armor is only 45, 30 at the bottom. Yeah, so armor wise, it's alright against like medium tank guns or some of the smaller caliber guns, but don't depend on it. It's not crazy. So it's not like 200mm of turret front armor, and it can bounce some of the shots of heavy tank guns. Not crazy enough. So 122, penetration's good, above average. Pretty good alpha as well. DPM, slightly above average, but not that bad. It's not bad at all. So put a gun rammer, put vents, it's about 2000. Not bad. So reloads every 12 seconds or so with the rammer, but you only have 35 rounds, so make sure they hit. So shell velocity, slightly below average, so make sure you lead your shots, but this gun is pretty accurate for a Russian gun. Not bad aim time as well, so not 3.4 or 3, but with vertical stabilizer, it's not that bad. Has 6 degrees of gun depression, 17 elevation, so decent for a Russian gun. And turret traverse, slightly below average, hull traverse above average, so counterbalance, but engine power is slightly below average. So horsepower per ton ratio is, it's workable with the terrain resistance. So it's moderately fast. It's not crazy fast. So it's faster than a Panther II per se, but it's not as crazy as a Panzer 58. So that's your reference. But top speed of 50 km per hour, reverse of 20. Health is average-ish. Weighs only 28 tons. And we'll see tier 10s. View range, ooh, it's a weak spot. 370. I mean, it's not as bad as 350 on some of the heavy tanks, but I do recommend coated optics for this vehicle. So rammer, vertical stabilizer, and optics. Alright, camo is pretty good, above average, so it's pretty stealthy, and it's snipery. So snipe with this vehicle and then relocate, and use the armor occasionally to bounce some of the shots, but otherwise it's pretty decent. It's fair, it's not crazily imbalanced like 250mm of turret armor and 120 or 150 at the front for the hull. Not that crazy, so the gun is very workable. It's very sniper based of a gun, so snipe from the back, use the penetration 121 to pen, and APCR shell is alright. It's not crazy high explosive anti-tank, but it's workable. So yeah, it's a pretty fine, I would say balanced. It's pretty good for premium based on old standards, but it's not as crazy as the Object 252U or the Chrysler K. So it's pretty good. It's like tier 2 or tier, yeah, it's like tier 2. Tier 1 would be the Object 252Us and the other stuff. Tier 3 would be like the old T-54 model 1945 or what's other crappy tier 3 or tier 3-esque of a premium? 59 Patton. Yeah, sure. Ugh. So stats wise, it's the same. We already covered the stats. We already talked a lot about those. But what I really want to talk about is the slew of premium tanks added this year. So as you can see with the premium shop right here, this vehicle is going to cost 44 bucks without all the embellishments with it. So that's pretty hefty, but I usually don't visit this page a lot. I don't usually visit the premium shop page or all the sales or discount or features, all the other stuff. Don't visit it because it costs a lot of money. And when I think about it, this year we had a lot of premium tanks. So for January, we had the STRV S1, then the Object 252U, then the Lorraine 40T, then the Chrysler K, then the Sherman Thunderbolt, and then the Tiger 131, and the Primo Victoria, and then this vehicle, or the WZ120 1GFT. So a lot of these vehicles are tier 8 or tier 6, which means at least about 25 bucks for the tier 6 and about 40 bucks for the tier 8. So in an actual standpoint, if you have a paid account, if you have a disposable income, sure, you can buy a lot of these high tier vehicles with premium tanks, all the good stuff. You will do fine, sure, but does these vehicles add that much to the game? I don't really think so. I mean, these vehicles are very interesting, but it costs a lot of money to buy them. That's the main problem. And sometimes they're super imbalanced, like the Chrysler K or the Object 252U. So why do I bring up this topic is that recently I bought other stuff around the internet. So I bought The Witcher 3 when it was 50% off for the 10th year anniversary of The Witcher. And I thought, 25 bucks for this much value? That's pretty great. But when I take a look back at the premium tanks featured in the premium shop, holy crap, you're not going to get like 100 hours out of these vehicles, are you? Because that would be insane. That would be like, let's say you do 4 battles per hour. Fine, that's 15 minutes, right? So basically 400 hours or 400 battles out of the 100 hours. Are you going to play that much of one premium tank to justify the value? I highly doubt it unless you really like the vehicle. So, yeah. Jesus, these tanks cost a lot. So, I do wish, I mean, it's obviously working. So, Wargaming is profiting off of this stuff. But from a value standpoint, holy Christ, it's not really worth when you think about it. Because I would get like 200 hours at least from The Witcher 3. So I bought The Witcher 3 off of Steam for 50% off. So 25 bucks for all the DLC, all the stuff. So I'm going to get at least 200 hours or at least 100 hours out of this game. And you're buying a premium tank for about the same money. But the value you get from it, the enjoyment, could it be 200 hours? So that's the question you have to ask yourself. But in the end, the main summary of my point is, think before you buy this stuff, alright? We're getting premium tanks like once per month. A new premium tank once per month. So is it really worth spending 50 bucks, 30 bucks on a vehicle that you play like, I say 5 hours or maybe 100 battles and you get tired of it? So is it really worth, or is it more worth to buy a like AAA video game then you get like 200 hours out of it? So you decide for yourself, but always be smart with your money. So there you go, folks. I was pretty slacking off, so did not catch up on the STG, but it kind of surprised me. So I thought it was going to be the WZ120 1GFT. I already did a video for it. I was going to do the whole bulk of the videos for the new vehicles, quote unquote, this weekend. But yeah, so premium tanks, they actually come and go, like a lot of them. But is it really worth it? So you decide. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.